There we go, I'm muted. I do apologise, I was muted. Yeah, so, that looks a bit dark, doesn't it? Bit of lighting. Thinking about my light. What's the best? Wow, that's too bright. That's too dark. Yeah, that'll do. That will do. I think it's okay. How is everybody this? Oh, camera's going out of focus. Let me just check that the autofocus hasn't turned itself back on. And it has. There we go. Much better. And as you can see, it's that time of year again. I have the I just noticed the camera looks a bit. Yeah, it's that time of year again. I have the hat on because it's getting cold. Yes, so we're back after talking about NES Underrated games. This evening we're carrying on with Pokemon Sword 2. Just see, here's the Discord thing. Popped on, let's have a look. Hasn't, that's interesting. This guy hasn't picked up that I'm why has that not pinged that I'm why is this guy not that's I am live, right? I have a horrible feeling something I'm not yes, I am right. It's just Discord. No, it's both saying what it's not saying I'm streaming. Like my icon would change to purple, so I'm streaming, and it's also not announced that I'm streaming, which is a bit weird. I don't know what that's about. That is weird. Okay. Interesting. Shit, is the bot? The stream card bot is offline. That's why it's not announcing it. That's a pain. Right, I'm gonna have to quickly. There's nobody here yet. We'll do something about that. second. Let me see. I'll quick look to see. I'll tell you what, I'll just do it manually because the box I find I didn't fit in and do that at the moment. So I'll just have to do it manually. A second. Right, okay, I've done a manual announcement because the Steam Core bot itself is offline. Which is a bit of a bummer. Just doing a quick check of something. Okay, so yeah, we're going to continue with Broken Sword 2. We might as well get straight into it. So, pause the music. Actually, hang on. Bring up the volume mixer. Bring the game up. There we go. Here we are on the beach of this island where we left off last time, hence the name of this stream. Right. Oh, no. Turn the stream date off, do I? That's it. Go. Right. Okie dokes. Yeah, we're going to supposed to go and talk to. Here we go.
Can you let me have a fish, kid?
I thought you said you don't like fish.
It's not for me. It's a present.
For the old ladies? Well, it makes a change from flowers and candy.
No, it's for their cat.
Okay. What do I get out of it?
I can pay you. I've got Quarramontian dollars, French francs, and traveler's checks.
You must be joking. The nearest bank is 3 islands away.
Tell me about your friend Emily.
Why are you so interested in Emily Ketch?
Emily Ketch? A descendant of Captain Ketch, the pirate?
Yeah.
What,
Interesting.
doesn't bother you?
Why should it? We don't responsible for our ancestors.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Branson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. Oh, I know all about Mr. Branson's plans.
Is this worm worth a fish?
Could be good bait. How did it die?
I think it drowned in tequila.
Just like my Uncle Gabriel. Yeah, I'll have that. Okay, I'll get you a fish. It might take a while though.
Okie dokes. We've got a fish.
It was a seaworthy little craft, in bad need of a coat of paint, but spotlessly clean and maintained. I didn't know the first thing about sailing a dinghy. It was Rio. Did you see the weird sisters come by here?
Did I? They look madder than usual, so I hide until they're gone by.
Just as well. They thought you were playing with Emily. Boy, were they steamed.
Emily, you're madder than them.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the boy.
Okay, fair enough.
It was a net left.
You running with a net?
I didn't want a fishing net. I recognized the instrument as a theodolite, but I had no idea how to operate it.
Fair enough.
What do you think of Rio?
Fish boy? If he comes near me again, I'll throttle the little squirt.
Calm down. What's he ever done to you?
Socked me in the back of my skull with some kind of fish, that's what.
Tell me about the two old ladies.
Who? The Ketch sisters. One of them's crazy as a coot, and the other will turn you to stone if you're not
Interesting.
careful.
Did you see the sisters go by?
Yeah, they wanted to string that Fisher brat up. Of course, I told them where to find him.
A fink as well as a creep. Nice.
But he'd managed to vanish somehow.
Okay, dokie.
What are you doing with the theodolite?
Surveying the old house. I got great plans for this place.
Oh yeah?
You bet. Take a look around. What do you see?
Paradise.
I see opportunity. This place is ripe for development.
I like it just the way it is.
And that's where we differ. You see, Mr. Stobart, I'm what you might call a man of vision. I see a great future for Ketch's Landing, and it all starts here.
Okay, my
That
headphones
house.
have I've turned it down a bit too far. And up a smidge.
How do you survey a house like that?
I put a target reflector on the end of one of the flagpoles up there on the house. I sight on it from various locations through the theodolite, record the angles along the baseline, and triangulate them to give me the exact position of the target. Understand?
Why the end of the flagpole? Wouldn't it have been better on a corner of a wall or something?
Are you a surveyor?
No, my degree's in law.
Then shut up.
Can I take a look at your plans?
No way. What interest would they be to you, anyhow?
I've always had a secret desire to be a surveyor.
You have?
I mean, you surveyors are just like the great explorers, aren't you? Henry the Navigator, Vasco da Gama, Chris Columbus. Maybe you don't sail uncharted seas or discover new continents, but you're okay in my book.
Horseshit. You just stay away from those plans, you hear?
Catch you later, Bronson. Bronson was studying his drawing. It looked like a set. I just had to sneak a...
Hey.
Okay.
Okay, right, it worked. We'll talk back to what's his name?
I think Bronson is trying to cheat those sweet, vulnerable old ladies.
That's a little unfair, isn't it?
Okay. He's trying to cheat those seriously demented, poisonous old ladies.
You have to admire his acumen.
No luck with a fish?
No, man. They don't want bite. That's cause they know there's a storm brewing.
Storm? I don't think so.
Hey, I caught a bite.
You have?
Oh,
It's a big one. A real big one.
Reel him in, Rio. Jeez, it must be a whale or something.
Rustiest whale I ever see.
I still need a fish, Rio.
Okay, make me try again.
Maybe you better change your bait. It was half a rusting bicycle frame. The only serviceable part of the bicycle's wreck was a rubber inner tube.
Okay,
You
so
just never know when you're going to need stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was half... There was nothing else... It was the old inner tube from the bicycle which Rio had fished from the sea. 3 feet of slightly perished rubber. Bound to be useful for something.
There's a fish, my man.
I can't put it in my pocket while it's flapping about like that.
No problem.
The fish was wet and slimy and decidedly dead.
So we've got the fish now.
Hi, Puss. Wanna play? Hey, cat. Watch where you're putting those claws. A cute little putty tat. Actually, no. It was a mangy old flea bag. It was busily torturing a red ball. The flagpole had a reflective target on the end for Bronson to use as a reference point. Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off. Nah, I didn't have...
Can we attach the fish to that?
That was no...
forget how you save this. Might as well do a quick save. There we go.
Okay, Cat. You don't deserve this, but here's a little fish. The little monster ate the fish, but never strayed far from the ball.
I think I've done something wrong there. Okie dokie, let's
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off. I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea. I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush stopped me from moving the ladder across.
I think something here, aren't I?
I'd have to do that from the ground.
Okay, so I was on the right line. I knew that it wasn't giving the cat the fish directly.
That should get the old cat dancing. I just hoped it didn't give itself a cardiac. Nah, I didn't have the throw.
Now what?
The flagpole had a reflective target on the end for Bronson to use as a reference point. Nah, I didn't have... I couldn't reach...
See if this works, shall we? Can I put from there?
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off. No.
Well, I'm confused.
A
Oh, there.
large tree stood beside the house
There's a chair I can
with a
have, actually.
suggestive U formed by the branches.
Right. So we need to get the inner tube back.
I didn't want to risk the wrath of that vicious animal by putting my hand within striking distance of those claws. I didn't have...
And we're back down there now.
A large tree... I put the ball in the catapult,
Okay.
took aim. Yes! Okay, so it was a lucky shot, but I'd knocked the theodolite target clean off the end of the flagpole.
Can't do anything at the moment. Wait for him to come up.
What the hell's going on here?
Hi, Bronson. Nice to see you, too.
You again. Have you been screwing around with my theodolite target? Where is it? I had to climb out of the window to put that one on. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go through all that again.
Not this time. The house is locked up and the sisters aren't here.
Hell's teeth! I'll have to put the spare target on the other flagpole. A whole morning's work wasted. I'm gonna fix all this, and then I'm gonna fix you, you hear?
Yeah? Fine.
Oh,
I'll be waiting.
threats, eh?
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
Okay, nothing.
Hey! Get away from there, right now! And stay out!
That's annoying. Something with a ladder.
What you doing, Bronson? Just hanging around?
I'm gonna kill you for this, Stobart! Get me down from here!
What, so you can kill me? Gee, you talked me out of it, Bronson.
I felt a little guilty about leading Bronson up there, but not much, obviously. The marker was a bright, shiny thing, and I have a weakness for bright, shiny things. It was the electronic... With Bronson out of the way, I
Finally,
could finally
plan,
get a
yay.
clear look at the plans. Engineers' drawings didn't mean much to me, but one thing was clear. These plans were for a 5-story, 200-roomed, luxury, pirate-themed hotel. Another stain on the bedspread of paradise. It was Bronson's plans for the hotel from hell.
No, what? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Bronson again.
You there! Why is Mr. Bronson hanging from that flagpole?
He climbed up there of his own accord.
Then help him, you stupid man! Quickly, before he falls!
Hey, get me down!
What's the magic word?
Please!
Oh, bad luck. I was thinking of Alakazam.
I've got your plans, Bronson. I know about the hotel.
So what? This is between me and the Daves.
Those sweet old ladies trusted you. This isn't what they wanted.
Oh, people like them don't know what they want. Instead of wasting their money on this mausoleum, I can turn it to profit.
But you should have discussed it with them first. If I was to let you down, will you promise to come clean about your plan?
Sure I will.
You'd
And
be
you'll
able
come
to
a
hear this
tasteful
conversation,
compromise
wouldn't you?
with Miss Frost and Miss Mina?
Taste? What's taste got to do with architecture?
Oh, dear. You'll have to stay where you are until you see sense.
You rat.
Catch you later, Bronson. Hi. Could I ask...
Never mind that. Help poor Mr. Bronson.
You know, hanging from flagpoles suits you.
Get me down.
Not until the old ladies have heard exactly...
I had no more to talk.
What am I supposed to do now?
Here, Bronson's plans.
This means nothing to me.
She's not wearing her reading glasses.
Ah, wait. Yes, I see now. I see it all too clearly. That man is planning to build a huge hotel. Bronson is a confidence trickster. Mina, we have been duped. I'm glad we didn't sign his contract.
Oh, I hate tricksters, especially confident ones.
Come, Mina. Mr. Bronson, you may consider yourself persona non grata.
Yes. Harvey Canum.
Kindly disentangle yourself from our flagpole and eject yourself from our property this very minute.
Disentangle. Eject.
Hey, cut that out, you crazy old bat!
How dare you! Mina isn't crazy, she's just engagingly eccentric.
Yeah, as a bedbug.
Ouch! Lovely as this little vista is, I'd be really grateful if you could let me into the museum now.
Certainly, young man. We are most grateful to you for exposing this scoundrel, Mina the Lock.
Thanks, ladies.
Stobart, be a pal. Get these harpies off me. Ooh!
Oh, switching back to London.
While George was basking in the sun-drenched Caribbean, I went to London. It was a long shot, but I thought I'd start my search for the Jaguar Stone at the British Museum. The carving looked Central or South American in style, perhaps Aztec. The carving looked Buddhist in subject, but Mesoamerican in execution.
Okay.
The two Japanese girls were inexplicably amused by something. The cabinet contained a dagger decorated with Mayan designs. There was a huge carving of somebody who must have been important once. It was a small, flat square of polished obsidian. Nothing like the one I was looking for. According to the caption, this was the scrying mirror given to Dr. John Dee by Sir Francis Drake. It was a phone. The attendant didn't show it, but I sensed he was watching my every move.
Okay, interesting.
Bonjour. I wonder if you could help me. What's so funny? Oh, never mind. The pots in the case seemed to amuse the girls no end. The display case contained a couple of vases. It was a stone identical in size and style to the Coyote stone. However, this stone bore the image of a jaguar. The mask looked more African than American. It was a woven wall hanging with a South American design.
Okay, let's talk to the attendant.
Can I help you, miss?
What can you tell me about the scrying mirror?
Ah, that belonged to the alchemist and part-time Elizabethan spy, Dr. John Dee. It was brought back from the New World by Sir Francis Drake and presented to him. It's Mayan, you know.
What is a scrying mirror?
It's rather like a crystal ball, and you can't see anything in it, Apparently, he had a partner who used it to talk with angels. If you ask me, you were barking mad.
Have you ever heard of an English sea captain called El Draco?
El Draco? Not a very English name.
I think that's what the Spanish would have called him. It was about the time of the conquistadors.
16th century. Oh, I know. That's what the Spanish called Sir Francis Drake.
Francis Drake? Have you got anything here that belonged to him?
Indeed, miss. We have a couple of artifacts he brought back from one of his journeys.
It didn't look anything like the Coyote Stone. This one was like a little black shaving mirror. Is the scrying mirror the only piece of obsidian Drake gave Dee?
Funny you should ask. There's another called the Jaguar Stone. Dee never liked it, though. Said there were angels in the mirror, but devils in that stone.
Can I take a closer look at Dee's mirror, please?
No, you cannot. That's why the cabinet is locked. They tried some newfangled interactive scheme. And you can guess what happened. Bloody kids ran off with half the exhibits. Hands-on experience, my foot. In my days, it was hands off, I ask you. What do kids know about ancient Mayan civilization? Nothing.
Can you tell me something about the Jaguar Stone?
Certainly, miss. The so-called Jaguar Stone was brought back from the Americas by Sir Francis Drake and presented with, as you already know, the more famous scrying mirror to John Dee. The old loony didn't like the stone, though. Reckoned it was tainted by the devil. Come along, miss. I'll show you the mirror.
I've already... Oh, never mind.
There. John Dee's famous scrying mirror, given to him by Francis.
I was going to turn my headphones
Do you
up.
know if this mirror has any relevance to Tezcatlipoca?
Who? Tizitlik. Tizlatic. I can't even say it. Ah, there's someone here who'll be able to help you better than me. This young lady has some questions to ask, Professor. I think she's from France.
Professor
Who'll be here?
Eh? What?
You two know each other, do you? Excuse me, the telephone.
We meet again.
Mademoiselle, France, eh?
Yes, I believe that's where you live, Professor.
I have a house there, on the outskirts of Paris, but I haven't been back for many months.
What can you tell me about the Jaguar Stone, Professor?
It's obsidian, from the Chichen Itza region.
Professor Oubier, your taxi's here.
If you'll excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend to at the docks.
Can you answer me some questions about the Jaguar Stone?
Certainly, miss. If you just step this way. It's gone. Some sods are inched.
Let me guess. Ubi has taken it.
Stolen it, miss. Never mind. The silent alarm will have been tripped. I'm afraid nobody can leave until our crack security team gets here.
How
Ubi
long
has
will that take?
taken
Could be
it.
a
I bet.
while. I think it's their tea break.
The thief could be miles away by then.
Don't you worry about that, miss. Just don't try to leave.
It was too much of a coincidence that Oubier showed up and the stone promptly disappeared. I didn't have time for their crack security team to finish their tea. I had to get after him. I didn't steal the stone. I was nowhere near it.
So who do you suppose did steal it?
It must have been Oubier.
Huh! Begging your pardon, but he's a man of letters. A professor.
So was Moriarty. Man of letters or not, he's your culprit. Don't you think it's suspicious that Oubier has urgent business at the docks?
Not in the slightest, young lady. He's gone to oversee the unloading of cargo, an exhibition of Mayan sculpture on loan from Mexico City.
What's the name of the ship?
The Xibalba Princess, moored down by Tower Bridge. Why do you ask?
Just wondering. Thank you. You've been most helpful.
I'm sorry, miss, but I shall have to ask you to stay.
Oh, but surely you don't suspect me of stealing the stone?
No, but you will have to make a statement to the police. You're a witness.
I didn't need to.
What am I supposed to do here? Key.
The key unlocked. I locked the case again and took the key.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do.
The key unlocked the case. I locked the case again and took the key. It was an obsidian dagger, thin and razor sharp.
Okie dokie.
It was the key to the museum display cabinet. The key didn't fit this lock.
Attend again.
Take a look at this.
What are you doing with that?
Just looking. What was it used for?
It's a sacrificial dagger, and I'd feel a lot happier if you put it down.
Look at this. The thief left this key in the cabinet.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That makes the theft an inside job, right?
Oh dear.
In other words, the thief was Professor Oublier.
Well, let's leave that for the police to decide, shall we? I better phone them right away. Hello?
I knew I had nothing to worry about if the police were called.
Yes, I'll hold.
But I had to catch up with Oublier, and fast.
Can we leave while he's on the phone?
Please, miss, don't go.
Okay.
Now what do I do? Over the kit.
The doors were securely locked. The doors were securely locked. The doors were securely locked.
Okay, what about using the blade on it?
I levered the handle open with the thin dagger.
Aha! Go back to the Ketch Beach. Catch Landing where it's called.
The room had been decorated to resemble the interior of a sailing ship. It was disturbingly effective. It was a beautifully crafted model of a sailing ship. It was a neat oil lantern made of brass. Holding that lantern, I felt kinda biblical. Like Jesus or Florence Nightingale. The ship looked too fragile to... It was an actual pirate ship chart. Okay, I've had my hands on an historical document. Now what? It was an... Okay, I've had my hands on an historical document. Now what?
The desk is a good idea.
The chart fitted exactly into the recess on the top of the desk. The desk had obviously been cut to fit the chart. Or maybe vice versa. That looked like that's where it was supposed to be, so I left it there. That looked like that.
Okay.
It was one of those old pens made out of a feather. That might come in useful in ticklish situations. It was an indented well in the corner of the desk. I guess it was intended to hold ink, but it seemed unnecessarily wide. Maybe Ketch had used it to hold his rum bottles steady in heavy seas. It was firmly attached to the desk.
Anything else in the room?
It was Captain Ketch's sea chest. Its battered appearance hinted at salty tales of maritime adventure and swashbuckling. Long months at sea with a rum-sodden, mutinous crew, hardtack and scurvy. And this chest, full to the brim with Ketch's loot, pearls, diamonds, emeralds, and doubloons. On the other hand, it could have been full of spare blankets.
Surprise!
What? Oh, it's Emily Ketch. I'm guessing.
What the? Who are you?
I'm Emily.
What were you doing in there, Emily?
Hiding. What are you doing here?
Grown-up stuff.
Grown-ups? Pfft, I'm never gonna grow up, I'm not. You shouldn't be here. What's your name?
I'm George.
Pleased to meet you, Jaws.
George.
Jaws?
Jeez.
Make your mind up.
Why don't you go play with Rio?
I'm not allowed.
How come?
'Cause Aunt Frost says I'm not allowed out of the house. That's why, Mr. Nosy Beak.
Too bad. Why don't you ask your other aunt if you can play with Rio?
Aunt Mina's cuckoo. Aunt Frost says so. She says when the Lord handed out common sense, Aunt Mina was off getting double portions of chin.
That Rio's a smart kid. He helped me outwit Bronson.
Rio is clever. He can spit ever so far.
What can you tell me about Captain Ketch?
That's him on the wall, in the picture.
Yeah? Boy, that's interesting.
He was a sailor captain. This is his house.
Look, an ancient Mayan stone.
Is that a magic stone?
Well, I don't know about that.
No.
Would you like to play darts?
No.
Oh, come on. I'll throw, you catch.
That's dangerous. Darts will stick in me and make me bleed.
Do you know how to use a theodolite?
We don't learn anything about surveying at my school. Not until 5th grade.
Why don't you run along?
Aunt Mina told me.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to stay indoors, does it? On a beautiful day like today.
There's a storm coming.
Oh, nuts. You don't know that.
I do so. I can see the whole world from the window.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm busy. There were several things I wanted to say to that awful kid, but I held my tongue.
Fair enough.
It was an old book with spidery writing covering the open pages. March 20th, 1676. Engaged frigate off Fan Salvador? It was garbage. Huh. I guess being a pirate didn't require too many academic qualifications. The passage went on to describe how Ketch had got wind of the approach of a fleet of English ships. It seemed the new governor had not shared his predecessor's views on Ketch's activities. They were out for his blood. Sailed to that place where I made secure my fortune. I returned safe in the knowledge that the governor shall not discover that which I had hidden. For is it not writ that 'tis easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle?
Oops, press the button.
It was Captain Ketch's sea chest. Maybe that wheel was from Ketch's ship. Suddenly, I was 12 years old again.
Indeed.
Hard a port, bosun.
Aye, aye, Captain Stobart.
She cannot take it, Captain. My lad's dead. Abandon ship.
It was an old wooden barrel. Maybe it was from Ketch's ship.
Anything in the barrel.
Yow! I should have known better than to put my hand in there. Grandma Stobart had a nasty experience in a water butt once. Whatever lived in that barrel could stay there as far as I was concerned. Captain Frederick Ketch, 1570. Around his neck was a cross. Maybe he was a part-time pirate. It was the portrait. The portrait might have made a nice souvenir, but it was too large to carry. It was a shiny and very sharp-looking pirate's cutlass. It was a ship's bell.
Two bells and all's well.
Pirates were cool. It would have been easy to reach the cutlass and slip it in my pocket. It would also have been the most regrettable action of my life.
At some point we get a slant and I just don't know what.
That looked like that's where it was supposed to be, so I left it there. The little girl had cute freckles, cute little nose, and the eyes of a KGB interrogator. Around her neck was a large cross on a chain. It was identical to the one in the portrait of Captain Ketch. That cross you're wearing, Emily,
It's my lucky Jesus cross.
it's just like the one Captain Ketch wore.
Uh-huh.
Can I borrow it?
Uh-uh.
What would you trade for that cross, Emily?
A puppy.
Well, I don't happen to have a puppy in my pocket right now. Can you think of anything else you'd trade?
Don't know.
Gotta go back out of me. Okay.
The novelty value of having an inner tube in my pocket had worn off. I left it there. What do you give to a small, irritating girl who asks about everything?
Try a conch. Delicate colors, interesting shape, and when you put it to your ear, you can hear the sea.
Yeah, why's that?
Usually because you're standing next to it.
Cool. Have you got one?
Yeah, but I promised it to my sister. She well vexed with me.
Why is your sister mad with you?
Well, last night when I got home with our supper, she went wild. Rio, she said, how come all you ever catch is puffer fish? A sicker puffer fish. What I want is tiger fish. So don't bother come back home till you catch one, boy. I don't see how I'm gonna catch no tiger fish. All I have is a fishing pole and a worm.
What do you need to catch a tiger fish?
One of them real fancy flies like the rich fishermen use.
Any use for a quill?
What's a quill?
It's what people used to write with in Captain Ketch's days.
No, man. I'd sooner be fishing.
It was the quill I'd...
Give the feather to the cat, eh?
The cat made short work of the feather, tearing it into a blizzard of small pieces.
See if we'll trade it now.
What you got there?
Hey, this is just what you need to make a fly.
Thanks. Let's hope them tiger fish hungry. A deal's a deal. Here's a conch.
Right, let's go back to Emily now.
Here, I've got a conch. Would you like it?
Dunno. Aunt Frost told me never to take presents from strange men.
I'm not a strange man.
Then why are you called Jaws? Jaws? That's a stupid name.
I'm not called... Look, conch, pretty. Swap for the cross, yes or no? Right, this thing's going out the window.
Okay, we'll do swapsies.
Ketch's crucifix was encrusted with precious gems.
What am I supposed to do now? Next Clever Farming Museum. What did we find? Read that on the whole.
Ketch's cross slipped snugly into the penholder.
What you doing, Jaws?
I've put your cross in this little hole in the desk.
Why?
Impulse mainly, with a dash of irrational intuition.
Silly. Only women have intuition.
Did we put that lantern in there? Just shine light onto the grass and then onto the...
The lantern fitted so precisely in the inkwell, it could only be deliberate.
What you doing now, Jaws?
Knock it off, will ya? There's something you want to know. I don't buy cute or lost puppy. I've put the lantern in the inkwell. See? It fits.
Why?
Because it was cut to fit.
Why?
Because sneaky old Captain Ketch made it that way.
Why?
What is with all the questions?
Because I'm interested.
Why?
Because I have the insatiable curiosity of the young.
Why?
All right. Truce.
The lantern cast a strong light over the desktop. The light cast a shadow of the cross. And the shadow fell precisely over a small, unnamed island shaped like a skull. That must be it. Ketch's Treasure Island.
Uh-oh. That's Zombie Island. It's a bad place.
No kidding? Well, bad place or not, that's my next port of call.
Can I come too?
The hell you can.
I never get to leave the house.
I wasn't going to take the cross out of the holder. Somehow I just knew that was where it was supposed to be. That looked like that.
Yep, I know where the boat. There's a boat down by the dock where Rio is.
It was a seaworthy little craft, in bad need of a coat of paint, but spotlessly clean and maintained. Would you take me to, Zombie Island?
In this weather? You're mad, man.
The rain will keep the zombies indoors. Just say I did meet a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do?
There ain't no zombies on Zombie Island. At least, not anymore. It's uninhabited.
Good. What do you mean, not anymore?
You still want to go?
I guess.
Well, I ain't had no luck with them tiger fish. And with the mood my sister is in, I'll be safer with the zombies.
If we're going around the island.
So, this was Zombie Island. Somehow I'd been expecting something more sinister.
Come on, Rio. Let's find that treasure.
No thanks. I'm staying right here.
Oh, come on. You said yourself there's no zombies left.
Yeah, but that was while there was a big pile of seawater between me and this place. All me have now is this little bit between the boat and the shore, and I'm hanging on to it.
The outcrop was about the only feature on the cliff face.
Nothing else to click on to.
It was too high. I couldn't get up there. Rio's boat was strewn. That Emily sure asks a lot of questions.
Rest it, man. This whole Emily business just isn't funny.
Look, we're obviously at cross purposes here. I'm talking about Emily Ketch.
Yeah, and so am I. He was my friend. Her aunts hated it, but we did move together, you know. He used to be real keen at hide and seek. It could take hours to find her. One time, the last time, it took days. She must have shouted and screamed herself hoarse, but there was nobody to hear her.
Where'd she hidden herself?
Captain Ketch's old sea chest. The only way to open it was from the outside.
Suddenly, I didn't feel so good. We never exchanged another word about Emily Ketch. Could I borrow your net?
Yeah, man, no problem. You planning on catching some fish?
Nope. I'm after a big rock.
So can we use that on there?
Well, here I go. Wish me luck, Rio.
Good luck, George. Watch out for the Walking Dead.
Didn't. Thought it might happen.
I stumbled down dark stairwells for what seemed like forever, until suddenly I found myself, wow, in an abandoned London Underground station. This place must have been closed down decades ago.
Okay, what have we got here?
LBS Lubes? What are lubes? The machine wasn't about to weigh me for nothing. It was an old chocolate vending machine. The cup was empty.
Oh, train.
The tray was empty. It was an old chocolate vending machine. It was an old ticket machine. A sign read, Tickets 3D. The machine looked like it had sold its last ticket a long time ago. It was a poster advertising holidays in Scotland. It might have been a nice souvenir if it hadn't been torn and dirty. The machine needed to be fed. The machine looked like it had sold its...
Alright, what have we got?
The machine needed to be fed a coin before it...
Evold! Hello, Evold. Hello. Are we cold today? Yes, a little bit, yeah.
There was a vacant look on his cow-like face that said quite clearly, nobody home.
There's the train there. Just give you a second. There we go.
It was a maintenance cupboard.
Maintenance cupboard?
A latch lock stopped me getting into the cupboard.
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you, Evan? What stopped? The train here.
A latch lock stopped me getting into the cupboard.
No. Isn't that?
The blade of the dagger just fitted between the door and the soft wood frame. The door gave slightly, and then held firm. My fingers were too big to reach into the tiny crack. A small crack had appeared where the dagger had pried the door from its frame. Through the crack, I could just make out the latch which stopped the door from opening. The blade of the dagger was too...
No. Okay. what's a handbag?
There was nothing very useful in my bag, just a single hair clip.
Aha. The hair clip, I mean, I can't.
The hair grip was too thick to fit into the crack. The hair grip was...
Okay, can we use the hair clip on the machine?
The machine looked like it had sold its...
Okay, what am I supposed to use to open that? Anything over here?
The train signal light still worked. A warning sign saying high voltage convinced me to leave the lights alone. A latch lock stopped. My fingers were the blade of the dagger.
Try it again.
A latch lock stopped. The hair grip was too...
Put it on that. Nothing's working on anything.
One D only was embossed below the coin slot. Something protruded slightly from the slot.
Ah, is there a coin in the slot?
The slot was much too thin for my fingers. I pushed the hair clip into the slot and whatever was stuck there disappeared into the machine. I pulled out an old English penny. It was an old English penny coin. On one side was Britannia, managing to look both virginal and matronly. On the other was the head of King George VI, looking much the same.
Okay, can we use... Oh, where did the train go past? Can we use the coin on the crack? Ticket machine.
The penny was too large. I put the old penny into the slot, the needle twitched rustily, and the machine spat out a card. The weight was in imperial units. It meant nothing to me. The card also had my fortune on it. A family quarrel will turn out to your advantage.
Interesting. Right, can we use that card on that? So how are you, Evold? How are you this evening?
I remembered my student days when I regularly forgot my house keys. A wiggle with the thick card between the frame and the lock, and the latch lifted. It was a big, red, ever so tempting button.
Okay.
The train was my ride out of it. I could worry about not having a ticket when I got to the docks.
That was quite simple, wasn't it? I mean, she could have just gone to a working tube station. It would have kind of sped all that up, but never mind. Here we are back on Zombie Island. Anything to look at here, does it? Okay, what's that? It's a water. The boat.
The path was blocked by an ugly and extremely dangerous-looking boar.
It's the gourd puzzle all over again, isn't it? Is anything interactive?
It was a stout, overhanging branch. If I jumped, I could just about reach the branch. Climbing the tree wasn't gonna Climbing the tree, it was a stout...
No. Okay, so there's nothing along there.
It was a stagnant swamp. Nothing, I mean nothing, would possess me to step into that swamp. A clump of reeds grew out of the stinking swamp.
Nothing. Go that way. See what's along there, shall we?
There was something in that hole beneath the rock. As soon as I stooped to investigate the hole, its inhabitant disappeared into the darkness. The creature disappeared again, but I caught a glimpse of something small and furry. It was a short, hollow reed. The end of the reed had been neatly bitten off. Now I knew what was living in there. A long-toothed, snarling, furry wild thing.
Okay. Can we combine the dart with that to make a...
Ah! Stay cool, Stobart. It was only a bird.
It's a bird, yeah. Can we combine the dart with that? Make a blood dart. Yes, we can.
The dart fitted snugly into the reed. Great. I was tooled up and dangerous. What the? Steady, guy. It's just a monkey.
I had a feeling there was some reason why we've been carrying the dart around, poison dart after the beginning of the game. Can we now blow dart this ball? Has that worked? What's two ways to go?
The rock was partially overgrown by creepers. creeper just came away from the rock as I pulled it. The creeper didn't look like it would hold my weight. No good. I'd have to be bitten by a
Okay, we've got a net, haven't we? Can we put that?
I could see no point in tying the net to the creepers on the rock. It was a needle of rock in the middle of the clearing. It didn't look like a natural formation. I remembered Ketch's log. For is it not writ that 'tis easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle?
Okay.
Seems pretty relevant now. I'd better think this. The marker wasn't going to stay attached to anything as thick as the creeper. I'd better think.
Okay. Oh, go that way. Let's go that way. Taking me back here. Interesting. Go back that way. Did I go this way before or did I go up? I can't remember. Let's see. Let's go up. That just brings me back here. There'll be something I've got to do with the...
The creeper felt unpleasant and fleshy. The creeper felt unpleasant and fleshy.
Well, I'm a bit stumped what I'm supposed to do now. I would have never thought of combining them.
The marker clipped firmly onto the net. Great. I'd created some sort of creeper marker fishing net assembly. Sometimes I terrify myself with my creative genius. I'd successfully got the marker into a position near the top of the needle simply by using the kind of lateral thinking that can get you institutionalized. That high up, the marker should be visible for miles.
Okay, now what do I do? Hidden exits in the jungle. If you've got any suggestions, Ethel, please feel free to shout them out. Hidden exits. No hidden exits around here, is there? Don't know where I'm supposed to go get this camel's hump place.
Climbing the tree was...
I don't know what the purpose of that branch was. Unless that's blocking an entrance, an exit, perhaps.
It was a stout... better think.
Okay, so that's not the right place. Oh. Why have I got round in circles here? Get it that way?
Ah! Stay cool, Stobart. It was only a bird.
So that's obviously not. The holes are different. There's obviously another area I've got to get to. I just have no idea why. Unless the hilltop is the place where I came out. Where I started at. Yes, this is a hilltop, but I don't see any holes. So it's not telling me how to find this exit. That's what I need. I'm completely confused. Any suggestions, Ebold? I'm completely confused. Just where to go. Even the hint guides are helping me. I really don't know what to do with. Oops, pressed the Phoenix button by mistake. I do apologise. He's not here, I just pressed the button. Um, well, I'm completely confused now.
Climbing the tree wasn't going to help any in this situation. There's a hidden exit. That's what I'm missing. There's a hidden path somewhere. That's what I'm missing. But the hint isn't telling me where the path is. That looks like the hill. Camel Hump. So it's that way. I'm sure I've clicked over here, but let me just double check. So I can see the place I've got to go to, I just don't know how to get there. It was a stack.
So we can see it in the distance when we're at that needle, rock needle. So does that suggest there's a secret path? At the needle, maybe? Remember which way it is, was that way or that way? Well, I've got no idea. I can see where I've got to get to, but I've just got no idea how to get there. There's a path somewhere that I'm not seeing. That's where I've got to get to. I just can't figure out for life of me how to get there. I might have to look this up. Bear with me, I'm looking this up. Bear with me, folks. Okay. So apparently apparently it's up here. Right, I'm detecting a game bug here because according to the video guide I've just watched, it's up here, but you won't walk up there. Yeah, so that's the problem. Apparently he's supposed to walk up here and this takes you to a new area. But he's just stopping, he's not. Right, well that's kind of going to be the end of the stream because he's supposed to go that way, but he's not going that way. He walks up, but he stops. So, what I'm going to have to do then, I'm going to have to end the stream and go away and try and figure out what's going on, and then we'll revisit this another day. Which is a shame. I don't think everyone's still there because they think I'm in session. So, right, let's go back into the screen. Yeah, so either there's a bug in the game, in this version of the game, or I'm not clicking the right place, I don't know. But I literally looked up a video and the guy clicks at the end of the path, even though there's no hand icon, and George walks in the path and goes to a new area. But it wasn't working for me. So, yeah, I can't really continue because you've got to go to the next area. That's the next part of the game. So that's kind of a game breaking glitch, really. And nobody's offering any other suggestions, so just do a quick. So apparently what's happened here is instead of dodging out the way of the ball and I shot with the dart, I was supposed to grab onto the branch, which would make the hog go up that path up trying to get into and open it up. But because I didn't do that and I let him just run past, he hasn't opened up the exit, apparently. That's what the problem is. Right, so what right. Okay then, so it appears that I might have to oh dear. When was the game last saved? Let me just see, when was it last? Right. Okay, so yeah, it appears that what's happened is when I confronted the ball, I was supposed to grab on the branch, which then caused the ball to change direction and run up that path I'm trying to get up to because it opened it up. But I didn't do that, I just jumped out of the way. So this is potentially a game-breaking bug. Because unless I can find another route up there, I can't progress. Which would be starting all over again from the beginning, which I'm not going to do. So this could be we end up episode 2 for a while. Just do auto save the need, just show you off. So either I'm gonna have to see if I can look up an alternative route, which I'm not convinced there is one, or see if I can find the save file. See if I can download a save file that's slightly early in the point of the game. Otherwise, that's going to be the end of episode 2. Because I'll have to restart the whole game when I'm not doing that. I suppose I could restart the whole game off stream and get it back up to that point, I suppose. But that would take ages. Yeah, I'm really gutted about that. There's nothing I can do about it at this moment in time. Other than me just sit here and you watch me Google and things. It's not very interesting stream, is it? Ah, what a shame. I'm quite gutted if that means that this has broken the game. If I can find a save file, maybe is that download save file that up to that point, and then I just do the jump. But yeah, there's no autosave or anything like that. So that's a shame. Right, well that's that. Nothing to do about it. I just find that really annoying when it's a game-breaking thing in a game. If you spend all the hours on it and then you suck, you can't get past it. Really annoying. Yeah. Oh well, nothing to do about it. Not right now, anyway. Just a reminder, become by the bottom if I put in the Discord link. If you're on Discord, please join the Discord. You get all the updates and announcements when streams go live. Although the bot that I have for Nonstop was offline, so it wasn't working at the moment to do it. Also check out the YouTube channel and subscribe to that if you wish. And you can upload weekly videos called Odd Bites, which is recorded videos specifically for the YouTube channel. And there's 2 new videos up last week, so we'll watch them. But I also archive all my streams to them as well. Also, if you let me see, follow me on Twitch. I haven't had a follow for quite a while. I've kind of stuck after this Snakespeare. I was wanting to get 100 followers by December, my birthday, and I've kind of stuck at 80. Pretty shame. Yeah, it's been a real downer on the in the stream and having the game breaking thing. I don't reach to that level, but I'll tell you what, we'll do is sound effect again.
There was a vacant look on his cow-like face that said quite clearly, "Nobody home."
Yes. Yeah, that's a Broken Sword reference. Thought I'd do that because it's appropriate. Yeah, and that's it. I will be back. I've literally, until we shifted everything one day forward because Mr. Phoenix being unavailable last night, I was going to do this stream tomorrow afternoon. But probably not going to do it now. Well, not much of a stream today. But also, assuming Mr. Phoenix is alright, I'm going to be on his stream tomorrow night doing Killing Floor. Don't know. No, he's probably still at work because he's working. So, oh no, music's changed. What's happened there? Yeah, we'll talk about random music. Yeah, so I'll probably not stream tomorrow afternoon. Unless I can come up with a fix for this between now and tomorrow afternoon. If not, I will be back on Wednesday next week. I'll be back, yeah. So until then, stay safe, be well. Until Wednesday next week. We're hopefully going to do the Darkland stream we start Phoenix to do this week, if he's better. That is the plan. Not if he's better, if he's available rather. But until then, good night.